Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we are going to be looking at a masterpiece of a fragrance. This is from the house of Amouage called Overture Man. This is an Eau de Parfum, and it came out in 2019. This is a bold, heavy, wicked fragrance. This is not a fragrance for little boys or even big boys. This is for almost like a king. This is to make a statement. This is a serious fragrance that does have a mysterious side to it. And basically everything Amouage makes is super luxury. This is refinement on the highest order. And I would say this is, I would classify it as a formal fragrance. This is one, when I actually got this as a gift, I was lucky to get this as a gift. I sat several times through the day after applying it, and I would just smell the cap. And it's a fragrance that makes you think. It is one that is extremely complex. And by the amount of notes that are in this fragrance, there's no wonder why it always seems to have these elusive notes that are there 1 minute and then gone the next. Again, this is mega opulence. And Amouage is that type of company. It's a royalty type of fragrance, and everything they make is, in a sense, at the same level. They may have different scents or notes, but everything they make is fantastic. Again, this is a big statement fragrance. When I spray it, I'm just going to take it out, give it a spray in the back. The first thing I get is the cognac. This is the base of the initial spray. And almost like, that whiskey scent, very aromatic. Then there is this slight scent of almost like a hint of marijuana, almost just slightly. And this combination with some of the spices, there's many spices in this fragrance, but they're blended together so nothing stands out in particular. But this really awakens your nostrils. And I even kind of get a little bit of a citrus. But as it dries down, after maybe 30, 40 minutes, it becomes more resinous. It's smooth, but it still is somewhat pungent. It's heavy. And then the smokiness and the incense and the amber accords start to play in. Later on, I sense more citrus and more incense, and the intensity remains. And it seems to become, as the hours pass by, the fragrance becomes increasingly complex and even more sophisticated. And definitely you start to pick up the sandalwood, this woody essence later on. The performance of this is literally on my skin, as with the other Amouage fragrances I have, are eternal. It's a lethal fragrance in that respect. The performance in terms of the sillage is great. The scent bubble is amazing. And the way it smells on your clothes, it retains that DNA. There really isn't a weak point to this fragrance. The one thing I can say about it is, and fragrances like this one or anything from Amouage, when you have a fragrance like this, I find them to be very polarizing. People either love them or hate them. This is not a mass market fragrance. This is a niche brand, and these are for people that have very refined taste. And if you have refined taste, this may not be for you. It may be for somebody else. So that's the thing with niche fragrances, is that they are the most expensive, but they may not be for you. And like I said, the more you smell, the more refined your fragrance, your nostrils become, and you are able to discern what you like and dislike. But as advertised, the fragrance, the top notes were cognac, cumin, cardamom, nutmeg, saffron, ginger, and grapefruit. The middle notes were myrrh, benzoin, labdanum, cinnamon, mastic, patchouli, and geranium. Base notes, and there were animal notes, smoke, sandalwood, incense, leather, and clary sage. I think the elusive note in this fragrance, and what is maybe off-putting to some people, it gives it this love-hate relationship, is that it has animalic tendencies. And this is a note that you either like or you don't like. And this reminds me a little bit of some of the vintage fragrances in the 80s that I have. Like this is like a very kind of manly fragrance. And if you don't like some of the notes, like the animalic notes, this may not be for you. I really like this fragrance, and I'm so happy that I have it in my collection, but this is not for everybody by any means. Who can wear this fragrance? Uh, I would say like in your late 20s, early 30s, it would be somebody that would want to really turn heads and make a bold statement and wouldn't be overly worried about people maybe making a comment about that they like it or they don't like it. So I said it's a risky, a little bit of a risky fragrance to wear in some situations, but nevertheless, um, if you like this type of fragrance, it is a beautiful, it is a masterpiece. It is a fragrance that is of the highest order. And again, it's a matter of your taste, and everybody has different tastes, and your tastes change over time. But I would definitely, if you get a chance to sample this, I would always, especially something like this, make sure you sample it before you buy it. That's what I would do, especially with the more expensive and high-end fragrances, because they're so polarizing. And I find that the ones I have, like I said, you either love them or you hate them. And some of the ones that I paid a lot of money for, I ended up selling them because the fact they were just not for me, and somebody else loves them. So it doesn't mean there's no such thing as a bad taste. I think in fragrance is what you like. So if you like this review, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.